Crank up, old girl. Yeah.
Finally got one of them. Oh, and he came right off there. Look at that. You got it. Bring him on in. Gotcha. Here's a nice size crappie. Man, he's just barely getting hooked right there at the lip. The bite is very soft. That's a good one right there. Oh yeah, that's a good one there too. What's going on? Thanks for tuning in. I finally made it back out here to do some crappie fishing. I've taken a break from the hunting for a little bit, and I've got two so far. Pretty cold day. This is December 16th or 17th, somewhere around in there. Sometimes I just lose track, but it was about 27 degrees this morning, and my water temp's about 46 degrees. And my setup here, I've got, they're a little bit deeper, and well, let's say they're probably about 15 feet of water hanging out kind of close to the bottom. And this is just a bait caster reel right here. I've got some 20-pound braid on here, and this rod's so old, but to that braid I've got a little I don't even know what you'd call these. I kind of forgot what they's called, but it's a way to connect your line. You can disconnect your swivel from there if you need to. And I've got another swivel connected to that little clip right there. I hope you can see all of this. So I got that little clip there, and I got a swivel with a clip, and then I've got a 1/2 ounce sinker in between, and I believe this is a 12-pound test monofilament. And then I've got a swivel without the clip, and then directly below that I've got a swivel with the clip. To that I've got 4-pound test Mr. Crappie. Oh, and I don't know, that's probably about a 3-foot leader that I've got on here. And I've got my famous Cajun cricket that's still working for me. And that's a 1/16 ounce chartreuse jig head Crappie Magic. Last time I got them was at Walmart. I don't know if he still got them or not, but it's got real red eyes on it, and that is it. And the reason I use this because that weight will help that bait go down a little bit quicker, as they're a little bit too far down from my jig pole. It makes things kind of difficult. So if I go out there and drop that thing down, that weight will help it go all the way down to the bottom. Well, it normally does. Now this braid's kind of freezing up on me this morning, and I didn't learn my lesson from last time, so I'm having to help it out this time to get it all the way down on the bottom. And I'm gonna reel it up. So I'm on the bottom there. I'm gonna reel it up 3 turns. That'll put me there close to the bottom. I'm gonna get my rod tip down, so I'm gonna reel it in just a little bit further. I kind of did that. Not the best way to show you. Then I'm gonna reel it up every now and then. There's another keeper. Oh yeah, that's a good one there. There's a good slab. Yeah, he's at least 12, maybe even 13. And once again, I did not feel the bite. I just lifted up the pole, and there he was. Oh man, come on. Guys, the reason why I had this clip on here is so I can take this off. I already have some pre-made leaders made up that I just have to take this off, put the other one on, and I'm ready to go. But I'm just going to retie for right now. I've still got quite a bit of string on here. I'm going to give y'all a tip. Don't use braid when it's below freezing. I'd like to tell y'all a story about something that happened to me. The 2010s have been the worst time of my life, and I'm gonna tell you this story because maybe somebody else out there is going through this or this type of situation, or has gone through it in the past and didn't understand it. But it all started back in 2012. I had a dog that I absolutely loved. I loved all of them, but I really loved this one dog. He died on me, and that was the beginning of my sorrows, so to speak. And first of all, I'm going to say I'm not asking for sympathy for anything, because God has really taken care of me. I don't know why, I don't deserve it, but he has. But anyway, 2 weeks after the dog died, my wife had a stroke, and that was pretty devastating right there. She was in a wheelchair and has been in a wheelchair for 10 years now, and I've been taking care of her. 4 months later after that, and 2 months later after she came out of the hospital, my dad passed away. That was the first family member that I lost. And I didn't even know if I was going to be able to get her to the funeral, if I was going to be able to go to my dad's funeral or not. But I loaded her up in a truck and took off down to Louisiana, and like a trooper, she's like a boss. She did very well, considering all that she had to deal with during that time. But after that, about within a year, my brother came down with cancer, and he fought it for almost 3 years, and he ran into some complications and passed away. And I'll tell you, that was really devastating right there. Another one. I mean, just I took a hit on that. Totally unexpected. And anyway, a couple years after that, I'm at work, and let me tell you, before all of this even happened, I had purchased some land. A bit of hunting land. I was going to build a cabin on it and move out to it. And anyway, I had a lot of stress that I was going through, and there were some new stresses that was introduced to me at work, and there was a lot of ingredients that happened to me one day at work, and I made a bad decision at work. I ended up getting fired. So it wasn't probably 3 days after that happened, my mom came down with brain cancer. And I really didn't know what to do. I said, I need to just get rid of this land. It's something I've wanted since I was a kid. So I went out there and hammered a stake in the ground for a for sale sign up at the end of the road. And it wasn't probably 10 seconds later after I left that sign to go down to where my property was, another vehicle turned in the road and followed me down there. And I was putting up the for sale sign on the gate. And they saw that, and they waved, and they turned around, and they went back. They called me the next morning, 7 o'clock the next morning, and they bought it from me. And God immediately provided a way out for me. Because I didn't know what I was going to be able to do with that land and all of that. Because I didn't own it, I was still paying on it. So anyway, my mom had the cancer. I was out of a job. So I was just basically living on retired pay for a while. And but she passed away about 10 months later after that. And excuse me a minute while I collect on my thoughts. But anyway, I'd like to read to you a verse from the Bible. A verse that's helped me out a lot, especially in times of trouble. And it's the book of Job, chapter 1, I believe it's verse 21 or somewhere around in there. And this is Job speaking. This is after a whirlwind had came and destroyed his home and killed his family. And Job said, naked I came from my mother's womb, and naked I shall return. The Lord giveth, and the Lord taketh away. Blessed be the name of the Lord. And that's helped me out a lot, just to realizing that we don't come into this world with anything, and we leave with nothing. So if anybody else is going through this, or has been through it and don't understand, or is having trouble with it, just know that it's not God's will for us to be here forever, and it's not His will for us to obtain material things. So the only thing that we should be taking out of here is things that improve our spirit. It's the only thing that's going to leave this world, whether we go to heaven or hell. But just know that, and I know a lot of other people have gone through probably worse situations than I have. There's 3 things that's helped me through this life: faith, hope, and love, and that's in Jesus. And the love offering that God showed through His Son, where He sent His Son to live as a man and to be sacrificed, to pay for my sins and everyone's sins. He says, I love you that much that I'm going to send my Son to this world to die for your sins if you will believe in Him and accept that love offering, and realize that, you are a sinner and there is no hope, no other way. And folks, I struggle every day with sin, and I know what I need. I need Jesus more than anything.
Sorry, but my GoPro went dead on me there. I thought it was plugged in, but it wasn't, and then I don't know how long it's been out, but we'll find out. But I'm gonna end this right here and say thank y'all for tuning in. I'm at 1,000 subscribers right now, and I appreciate all the support you guys have been giving me. And I will do a giveaway to be announced in a video, maybe the next one or the one after. And it won't be publicly announced, so it'll just be in the video. You'll have to watch the video to see what's going on with it. And I'm gonna say that don't sit in the house all winter long. Get in the outdoors, enjoy it. You don't want to be developing cabin fever, and you'll be a lot better off, I promise you. You'll feel a lot better. You won't be as cold. Your winter will go by a lot faster. So anyway, thank y'all. Do me a favor, hit that thumbs up for me. Subscribe if you haven't. And I will see y'all on the next video. God bless.